the CSI Arena and the 2018 U.S. Open 10-Ball Championship. We're hosted here in Las Vegas at Griff's Bar and Billiards, and we are being proudly presented by CueSports International. Our sponsors for the event include the Rio Hotel and Casino, Simonis, Diamond, Cyclop Balls, Acme Cases, and Predator 1080 Pure Chalk. We're being streamed on playcsi.com/watch-live. We are playing 10-ball, alternate break, rack your own, race to 9. And this is our hot seat match. And what a great matchup we have. First off, let me introduce our two players. First up, from the United States of America. He's sponsored by Fowler Electric and Canella Spirits. He's currently in running for this year's Moscone Cup team. And he'll be going to the boot camp this coming week for that. Let's put our hands together for Mitch Ellerman! And his opponent, hailing from Canada. He's sponsored by Carmeli Cubes, Le Spot Billiards, 3-second cases, and looking for more. He's the 9 and 10-ball Canadian champion. Let's put our hands together for the Lion, Alex Pagulayan. Yes, sir. I'd like to turn it over to my esteemed colleagues in the booth, Freddie Ognier and George Tayachea. Gentlemen, have a great match. You may like for break.
Well, thank you, John Lehman. Freddie Ognier here with George Tayachea. We've got Mitch Ellerman, who's probably been playing some of the best pool here, versus Alex the Lion Pagulayan. George, how do you like this matchup?
I like the matchup. I mean, it's a great one, and he looks like Mitch just won the lag.
Yeah.
What a great introduction. You know, that was the best crowd participation I've seen in an applause that we've had.
Well, Mitch
It's
is a local boy now, so
he
I
is.
think some of his local people are here.
Yeah, but Alex got a great round of applause, too.
Alex has always been a crowd
Yeah,
favorite.
he's a crowd favorite. But, yeah, this is a great matchup. These guys have both had a very good tournament. Alex is, you know.
Really, that's why they're here.
That's
This
why
is
they're
the
here.
hot
This
seat
is the
match.
hot seat. This is the winner's bracket final.
Winner's bracket final. The winner of this gets the point.
Yeah.
Mitch Ellerman, big breaker, really been in control, and he's
been
up for the
playing
Moscone Cup.
outstanding.
You
He's been playing outstanding.
The big break, balls are flying in. Three
Yeah,
ball.
speaking of big breaks.
Well, he's got a shot on the one down table, so if he can make this ball, I mean, he kind of put his hands up, but you'd rather have this than the alternative, or any of the alternatives. I've said this before, you know, I know, George, you barely have seen Mitch play, but Mitch is one of the
Sorry, I was laughing for you.
one of the most talented cueists that I've seen, especially for someone who really doesn't play the tournament scene as much as some of these other guys. Very, very smooth, very talented. If this was really his full-time gig that he played pool, you know, hours and hours and hours a week, he would always be a contender. He reminds me very much of Dennis Hatch, we beat in the last round. Of course, they're both about the same size, about the same smooth stroke.
Same stature, same smooth stroke, both left-handed.
Both left-handed. Of course, I'm just kidding. You know, George knows Mitch very, very well.
I was just going to say, I've been around Mitch since the 2000, 2005, somewhere in there. I've played on BCA teams
Pool
with
League,
him.
BC Pool League.
Not only is he a good pool player, great kid, great guy. I've watched him grow up. I also consider him my friend, and he's making quick work.
Unfortunately,
of this, but
he
fell short.
Bumped into the 8 ball and got too straight on the 6 ball, and he was forced to jack up. And he doesn't need to be making unforced errors against Alex Pags.
Wow, no.
Alex plays with an Ariel Carmeli cue.
Yes, that's his sponsor, one of his sponsors.
I'm not exactly sure what.
He just got this one. He just picked it up at the West Coast Swing. They brought it to him in Phoenix.
But he's been shooting with Ariel's cues. Ariel is a great cue maker out of California.
Well, Mitch's path to where he's at was by beating Kurt Kobayashi. Do I say Kobayashi?
Kobayashi.
I
keep adding an M
letter,
because you want to say Kumbaya, but
Kumbaya.
Kurt Kobayashi, very good guy.
Billy Thorpe, Shane Van Boney, Corey Duell, Dennis Hatch, and now he faces the Lion, Alex Pagulayan.
Something I like about Alex's game, like a lot of people do, when
Everything?
he strikes the ball, he strikes it with purpose, almost like he's kind of snapping at the ball. And sometimes he doesn't take much of a backswing.
Well, while he's at the table, he started out this tournament on Wednesday, defeating Brett Huth, who's from Arizona.
Alex needs to move that magic ball racket. It's hanging on the table.
He's not going to hit it.
He's not going to hit it, but it's in his sight.
Let me ask you a question. What would happen here? Let's say he bobbles this ball and it hits the rack. Isn't that a foul?
It should be a foul, but you know, I would think it's a foul.
But they wouldn't call it, you don't think?
I don't know. The way it sits up there, it would actually ramp up there. Why wouldn't it be a foul?
Well, so he started out defeating Brett Huth, Max Adams, Oscar Dominguez. Come on, go up, iPad. Ian Costello.
Yeah, that was on the winner side. Well, of course, this is still on the winner side, but Ian Costello made quite a distance in the winner side.
Sure he did. He made quite a run. And Dennis Orcullo. He beat Dennis 9-6.
Well, it was a good match over there. Dennis, of course, still has another bullet.
Yeah, he's still in.
Dennis
so these guys
have
had. Dennis is playing
Klantikachi. And Dennis Hatch is playing Shane Van Boning. So those are your last 6.
Those are the remaining 6.
1-0 Alex Pagulayan. Ball is in, 6 ball, and he's no shot in the 1, I don't think. Alex hit those pretty well, but nothing went screaming into the pocket. 6 ball had to be leaked in. The cue ball got knocked down table.
The least 2 of these players will leave today in with is $1,800.
Is that 3rd place?
5th, 6th.
No, this is for 3rd. This
no,
is
not these 2 players.
Oh, I'm sorry. Anybody.
Correct.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Of these, there's going to be 2 players going to be eliminated, and the least they will leave the building with is $1,800.
Did you say 2 people will be delaminated?
No,
or eliminated?
Eliminated. Hey, maybe I added a D to it because of my Spanish. Okay, I don't know. But these gentlemen here are fighting to get into the final match, and a shot of $10,000. The least they can make, one of these 2 guys, is $7,000 for 2nd place, $45 for 3rd, and $3,000. If they get the one that gets into the final, the least he can make is $7,000.
Fantastic shot by Mitch, and he's going to be in play, I believe. He puts his hand up because it runs into the cue ball, ran into the 5 ball to keep him perfect on the 2 ball. Things could have gone horribly wrong.
Like that.
Well, I've just seen him miss 2 shots. I know in the last match he did miss a couple early and then never missed anything afterwards, I think. Those 2 misses now are 2 bad ones because you're playing against Alex, and if you let Alex start running away, now he's got to play catch up.
Well, you let any of these remaining 6 players that are in this tournament,
right? They didn't get here by not running out.
Settle in because of your errors and get comfortable, and you got more in your hands, fool. You've got a lion on your tail.
Well, Alex has a good opportunity here off of that miss. It looks like he should get out. Well, I think he looks good here. The 8 ball is sort of in the way, and he still needs to keep a good angle on the 5 ball. He's a little hesitant. He may draw above the 8 or just slide by, but he's going to be taking a tough cut if he just slides by the 8. Well, so he's going to opt for a tough shot in the 7 ball in the second.
Well, Alex, as he walks around the table, is third on the AZ Money leaderboard with 41,725. He won the Scotty Townsend Memorial 1 pocket, the Midwest Pro-Am 1 pocket, second in a couple of tournaments. Scotty, he's just seconds, thirds, fourths, ninth, 12th.
Alex was actually able to spin this ball up table, but he's still got a fairly, it's not a hanger, but he's dead straight. He gave him a good dead straight.
He's liking where he's at.
I think he's dead straight, but now I'm leaning over. Maybe the cue ball's going the wrong way. He's close enough to dead straight. Just roll this in, get to the 8 ball. Oh boy. Yeah.
Break for Mitch. Now,
But yeah, Alex got away with it.
well, I don't want to tell you guys who I'm for, because I like Alex a lot. He's very personable. He's fun to be around. He's, you know, he cracks me up. He's a fun guy, and if anybody can make you feel happy, you played him while beating you to death and taking all your money, Alex is the guy. But known Mitch a long time, and I'm watching this young man blossom.
Well, this one's a little wild here. Mitch is willing to hit the balls harder than anybody when he's slinging at it.
Well,
At least, you know, what we've seen here so far.
Mitch is 65th on the leaderboard, as opposed to third. And
Here's a difficult shot here for Alex to get position. He has to land this just short of the side pocket and let it just leak down table so he can get a decent shot at the 8 ball. He's always going to be backing up on this 8 ball. Oh boy, he put it right in the hole. So now that's 2 mistakes by Alex. So both of them have already got more mistakes combined probably than
in
they
this
had
match,
than the last
than they
couple of
had in the last 4 matches,
You know,
probably.
I mean, we're talking about this is the second game, and
Yeah.
we've already had
Yeah.
5 mistakes.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's how it goes. This is for. Sometimes it just happens this way.
That's right.
And you know, and they got here at for a 1 o'clock match. They've played.
And they've done nothing but
They've
play.
done
This
nothing
is,
but play pool. This is, you know, so.
for all you know, neither one of them have had dinner. Well, they did have a break this last. 1-1 now. Yeah, Alex made two bad mistakes there. You rarely see that from the Lion.
But for those of you out there, I will not try to show my favoritism. And be as objection? No, that's not the word I'm looking for.
Objective.
Objective as possible. Impartial. There's a bit. I was just looking for some kind of big word to use for you guys. But we're tied at 1. And Mitch is breaking.
All right, 1-1. Mitch Ellerman to break.
There's 2 pieces of the Predator 1080 Predator Pure Chalk on the table there. You can see it right by Mitch's left hand.
Got to lift his hand up.
And the cue ball's flying right in the corner, but it did not drop enough to stop it. Wow.
Well, I think he's got to play safe here. If he cuts this ball and fires at it, running into the 7 ball.
And it probably gives him shape on the deuce. And that's what. See, Mitch doesn't mind running into balls if they're going to help him. He'll take a chance on it. The way this is lined up, it looks like it will help him.
He's playing the 1, cutting in,
Yep.
hitting the right side of the 7, and being straight in the deuce. That's what he's trying.
If you know, most players, if the safety is 50% and the shot is 50%, they usually go for the shot. But with Mitch, if the shot is 40% and the safety is 60%, he's still going for the shot. Yeah.
It feels more like if with Mitch, if the shot is
No, Mitch, he'll play safe. He definitely will play safe and play good ones too. But he's more confident being offensive. And I don't know if that's a fair statement. He likes to go for balls. He just has confidence that he's going to make the balls.
Well, I think it's fair to say he's a professional player that wants to show that he can shoot professionally. Oh, where's this going? Is he okay? Oh, he is all right.
Okay. It's going for shape on the 7 ball. Where did you think it was going, Freddie?
I watched it come off that cushion and it looked funny, and that's it's happened before, and I'm
easy.
You know.
He'll stop it right there where the 8 ball is. Maybe even come back a little bit. Probably use right-hand English, or he can go around the 10 and shoot it in the same side in the corner. Just like that. Perfect.
And rather quickly, 2-1 after a big break. Cutting
Mitchell
a ball
run,
in.
Yeah. Mitchell run the rack in a minute and a half. 2007, I believe, I saw Mitch put a 10-pack playing 9 ball on the bar box. In 2007, 2006 and 7, Mitch won the 10 ball championship in Arizona State. Scott Frost won the 9 ball, and I won the 8 ball. The next year, Mitch won the 10 ball. Scott Frost won the 9 ball, and Mitch beat me in the finals for the 8 ball. So, way back then, the kid could play. Enough to be pretty easy.
Alex moved positions, I believe, on his break. Made the ball inside. The 10 ball came out and is going to hook him for the 1 ball. And the balls are tying up.
So what I was trying to say is Mitch won 2 of 3 in that year. And I patted myself on the back. No shot on the 1.
No shot on the 1. Not a great place to push.
10 balls by the side pocket.
He's going to push to a kick shot.
I don't think Mitch will pass this back.
No, it looks too easy for a top player to kick this one safe.
Now, just for giggles here, you'll probably call the 10.
Somebody's going to be giggling. Why not? He's actually not just doing it for safety. He's actually putting in a lot of effort trying to make the 110.
It looks like he is. I thought maybe we would just call it and try to stop the cue ball behind the 4 there with a stick. He's trying to stick it there and probably kick the 1 ball down. But
playing the 10 ball.
Looks he's going to, he won't mind if he misses the 10 to get saved.
No. Everything good, I think, happens unless he hits on the short side of the 10. But the cue ball should be sitting right there anyway, I think. I think everything goes right for him on this shot. Worst thing is if he hits this and somehow banks it across. He hit it so hard that you hear the sound of that.
He's okay with that shot, although I think he's left.
He's left that.
Oh, he's left that.
Side pocket. Well, if this cushion is any indication, he may either miss this ball. Oh, he almost missed it.
Well, he's left the shot.
I believe so.
Now, my question here would be, is Mitch going to play the 210 or play shave for the deuce to the side pockets? Because he doesn't have a corner pocket available.
He hasn't even looked, so that means he's going to hit it hard.
He's playing the 10 ball.
Yes, he is.
And he said play the 10. He's not adverse to taking a free game or a short game or a, what would you call that, a cheap game?
Not cheap by any means. Short rack.
Okay, short rack. That's a good way. That's what I was looking for. I was actually
picking blueberries. He's picking
I did like that one.
He's
I did like that one.
There you go. Oh,
Picking blueberries at warp
Yeah,
speed.
at warp speed. Looks, it's a good thing he soft rolled that one. You know, give that ball every possibility of leaking in the pocket.
Well, you know, Freddie, in Mitch's defense, when you shoot combos, you don't want to shoot them soft where they hang
Up a 10.
That's right. So
that was at warp speed. That was about a break speed shot right there. 3-1, Mitch Ellerman leading Alex Pagulayan. Alex has this pretty interesting case that I've never seen before. It's a 3-second case out of Japan.
Mm-hmm. Did you get a look at it? Just a.
I did. It's a nice case.
Okay.
You know, somewhere along the line, I've ended up being a case collector, and maybe I need to add that to my collection.
Are they on the expensive side or on the inexpensive side?
It's a case.
It's a case. Okay.
Good break, but it doesn't look like he's going to have a shot. You know, not only does he not have a shot, the 1-2 got married up. But the 1-2 might be a frozen carom. And it looks like it's good. It's not a frozen carom.
Does the 2 have any chance of going off the 6?
There's always a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance?
It's close.
It looks like it's in that direction, but you know, only the shadow knows. Yeah, it looks.
If the 1-2 doesn't go, then you'll just push up table, I think. Yes, that's what it looks like. That's what he's going to do. Going behind the back to push up table.
Pretty fancy push-up table.
Yeah.
He's showing that trim waistline that he's developed. Mitch has been dieting and doing a pretty good job of it, actually. He's lost some pounds. And working out.
It's a good push.
He's looking to see if the 1 ball goes off the deuce in the corner.
That's right. Oh, that's what I said, that if it doesn't go, he's going to push it up table, so it mustn't be easy.
Well, if the 1 ball would go to the corner pocket, that would probably mean the 2 ball would be dead to the opposite corner pocket. He's called the 1.
He is calling the 1, so
Now
Mitch will find out whether or not his push was right.
He's using high English, so
that's all he can.
Yeah, that's all he can use frozen on the rail.
Wasn't even frozen on the 2 ball. He cut that ball right in. You never
Alex,
know.
I want some of what you smoked.
What in the world?
That was a good shot. That was a great shot. Wow. That was a great. I never thought he was going to be cutting the ball clean. That's how good of a back cut that was.
All right. Well, he's calling a bank. It's a 2-way shot. Playing the cue ball all the way behind
the 3
he's got there.
You know, if you jump one, you got to jump past the other, and it's not there, so he's going to be kicking at the side pocket probably.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any way he can double jump.
No. That looks like it's the best shot.
Calling the 10?
No, no. Kicking 2 to the side pocket.
He needed to take a look at this.
Well, he's still looking at it.
I'm pretty sure he said he's calling the 10.
Oh.
It could have been anybody in the crowd, of course, saying call the 10.
No, he's playing the 10. He's coming from that direction, so.
He must be calling the 10, just in case. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alex is not going to be shooting the 10 here, but that 10 ball looked like it was going to come on over. Look how much movement that 2 ball has. It bounced off the rail a couple times. I predict a right leg on top of the table here. Boom. There it is. Good view. Gonna make it through those balls, 2 and through those balls, right at the 3 ball.
Up and over.
See what kind of backswing that Alex uses on this. Probably about a
yeah.
4-inch backswing. 2-inch backswing. And overcut it.
Overcut the ball.
He used inside English and it deflected way out of the way, just like it's supposed to. And yet another unforced error by Alex. Mitch Ellerman is going to try to take full advantage here, but he's going to be out of there. You hear him say, whoops. 5 ball is next.
He used the uncontrollable stroke.
Yeah.
Uncontrolled stroke.
He's kicking at the 5 to half a pocket. And this isn't
Up
going to be
against
any
the 8
good.
there. Up
No.
against the 8, and he likes it. He's nice. This is good. It's good for Alex.
It's good for Alex. He's going to have to reach out there and draw this all the way back if he's going the wrong way. Got a lull here.
It's just my stick.
Did-
You know,
yeah,
sometimes
it
you hit a
did.
ball and it feels like it's loose.
Yeah, just
I-
that extreme spin, I think.
Well, you know a lot about cues.
I know a few things about
Yeah, I know
cues.
you do. That's why. You know, sometimes when you have a cue that has an ivory joint and you're hitting balls, you put it together, you're hitting balls,
Yeah.
and after about maybe 10 minutes of hitting balls, you're going to get an extra little click out of it by just tightening it up.
Yeah.
And that looks like what he did right there, but isn't that a steel joint?
It is a steel joint. But those can come loose
Those
too.
come loose too. Okay.
But sometimes it's just the shot. Like if you use extreme English, the
It sounds
the
out.
joint will ring.
Oh, okay. Do you have to dial it?
Could answer it.
You could answer it. Well, that was Alex's answer to Mitchell's miss.
Yes, Mitch.
Misposition.
Mitch with a unforced error back. Two serving 3. A couple of loose shots there by both players.
I just heard a pretty huge break over there by Mr. Kachi. Or was that Dennis Hatch? One of them broke the balls. And I could hear it all the way over here. As I heard in the movie went down, sounds like a freight train. Oh no, I'm sorry. I was seeking the color of money. Sounds like a sledgehammer break.
Sledgehammer break.
Sledgehammer break, that's what it was.
All right, Alex has moved again to the other side of the spot, which is the first place he broke. Let's see the pop on the cue ball. No, a little flat, but the ball went in. He needs a good rub, and he needs a 6 to pass the side pocket, which it does. So he's going to be shooting the 1 ball into the side pocket.
Made the side pocket huge.
That's right.
Shane in the background.
Shane looks like he's leading 6-2 over Dennis Hatch right now.
I know someone didn't like hearing that.
Yeah.
Dennis Hatch. He went
Wow.
for the corner.
Apparently, maybe the 6 ball actually lays. That's funny. No,
No,
it did
that's
make that
funny.
ball pocket.
Made that pocket huge.
This is the direction he wanted to run out.
But he wanted to bring the cue ball down for the deuce, so he shot it in the corner. And there's that magic rack laying
Hanging over again.
over the rail.
Going to the inside. Slight inside English.
It's coming up all the way past the 4.
He has to. He's got to hurry up. And just got there.
No,
Oh,
he might not
He
have.
may not have. I think he. Well, wow. If he didn't get there,
Yeah, it looks like he's there.
I guess he was just
he's scratching
saying,
his head.
wow.
Yeah, it looks like he's there.
he's back in line, I think. Yep. About 1 foot draw here. Maybe 6 inches.
He doesn't want to get up so he can just float down.
Yeah, 6 inches.
It was enough.
It was enough.
It come all the way to the right side or come underneath the 10. I like coming all the way to the right side where he's standing, so he doesn't have to walk around the table.
I like that also, to tell you the truth. It keeps the 10 ball out of play, but no, he's going to go around. That's
he's not going to get
good.
there. Yes, he is. He's perfect. Wow.
He was trying for that magic rack, but he moved the magic rack just enough.
So you're trying to say he was aware of where it was at the whole time?
I don't think so. I think sometimes he's completely oblivious to it. He's loading up this inside English. Look how far to the right he's swinging this. Doesn't he know that professional players don't ever use English or stay close to the vertical center? He was about as far off to the edge as you'd ever want to. Why? Isn't the 9 ball hanging? He likes it.
But he wants the angle to come back for the 10.
Sure, but I think he had the angle if he came his way instead of forward.
This is
Didn't
much
he?
easier. You know, I'm watching all the pros cross that line for the opposite side.
Absolutely.
I actually may start doing that because I like that angle he has. I like sliding the ball down the same rail.
Well, we talked.
talked
Sliding
about
down,
that, yeah.
the
Same
sliding
rail,
down.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the coming across. That position comes up all the time because that shot there goes to and through the center of the table is a
Right.
bread and butter shot.
Right.
And you know, you'll hear a lot of players talking about playing the line, but they get confused. Sometimes playing across like that is absolutely the right shot.
I agree, but when people play that shot, what the error that I see a lot is they overshoot it and they're down below the ball.
Yeah, I think they just need to practice
Yes.
understand
Yes.
that shot. They understand that shot. You'll see how often it comes up. Then you can dial in 1, 2, 3 diamonds up. Jerry Braceth teaches that shot. He taught me that shot.
Okay.
Bases everything off that second diamond, and so it's, you know, a little more English gets you the first diamond type of thing, or a little more English gets you the diamond up. A little less will keep them going a little bit long, depending on which angle you're looking at.
See, I use my time in the booth to learn.
It's a big break, and if he can just put this ball in, because he sees the 1 to the corner pocket, the 2 ball looks pretty available. Does it pass the 5 ball?
It does pass the 5 to the corner pocket. It also has a side pocket all to itself, but it doesn't pass the 9 to the corner.
Yeah.
We're tied to 3 here, so this is pretty. They're all pretty important.
That's correct. Surprising that he didn't make that ball, but it was a difficult shot. He was kicking behind the 2, so if he made the shot, he'd have a difficult 2. What does Alex have here? He can only shoot between the 5 and the 10 to get to nowhere.
He's got a jump shot.
And
Does Alex jump?
this is one of the few times that we're going to see him jump. He's put the jump stick together right here. His kicking is so good that, you know, it's just like Efren. Efren has a jump cue also, but I think I've seen him use it once. He's just got to guard against jumping it off the table. But what are the chances of him jumping off the table? Clenticachi has just rolled through Dennis Arcuyo, I believe. What position here? He slid right between the 2 and the 6. I'm sure he thought that he was going to hit something. And now Alex is in line to try to get out to take the lead.
And Shane sitting over there, is he still playing hatch? Yeah, they're still playing. Okay.
Yeah, it's tough to see exactly the score, but I believe that Shane is up 6-2, maybe 7-2 at this point.
Going forward.
The 8-ball looms pretty large.
I think he'll come underneath the this side of the left side of the 8. He's spinning it pretty good. Yeah. Yep.
Perfecto. Very nice pathway. If he's straight, he's hoping he's straight in because he doesn't want to start leaking to the 9-ball. But he's okay if he does, as long as he doesn't get behind the 9-ball, obviously.
And there's that rack hanging over the lip of the rail.
But that's like the 3rd or 4th time he's done that now. And he's drawing this cue ball all the way over there. Of course, he shouldn't get to the rail at all. Two rails to about the center of the table to keep it safe. Or one rail with draw. One rail with a little bit of draw. Looks good.
Mm-hmm. You like to have cue ball right where it is now. Pretty close to that area, so you can just stop the 9-ball and play the 10. He's
better than he was.
That's where he would be with ball in hand.
Correct. Alex takes the lead, barring any unforeseen earthquakes.
4-3.
4-3.
Volcanoes.
That's right. 4-3. The Lion. So I believe Mr. Oculio is out. Out in 5-6 place.
So he gets the 1800.
Unless he wants to leave it here.
Dennis Hatch.
Put it on black.
Dennis Hatch gets the other 1800.
But Dennis is still playing. He's down, but he's still playing.
Oh,
He's
okay.
down.
I thought that one was over.
He's down against the hill. Shane is breaking
Hill
on
two.
the hill. Alex broke them hard. He got kicked. This one ball. If the one ball gets all the way to the side pocket.
Oh
it
no! It
doesn't-
just
does not.
It rolled towards the side.
We'll know if it doesn't if he bangs the chalk.
I don't see too much emotion out of Alex as far as, you know, banging the chalk. Or I've
Once
seen
in a
him a couple
while.
times. Once in a while, you'll see him do something like that. But for the most part,
Yeah, the banging the chalk is about the worst he does.
yeah. Have you seen those? Some of the couple of videos, or maybe just one video floating on Facebook about guys getting upset and breaking a cue, tearing the cloth on the table, and breaking the cue to pieces.
Those were called home videos.
Is that what they were? Well, they're well done and they're very entertaining.
It looks like Shane Van Boning has rolled over Dennis Hatch. Dennis Hatch is out in 5-6 place as well. Great tournament, Dennis Hatch. Well, Mitch has tried to play safe with a half masse, but it's not safe. Alex has the full ball, but really doesn't have a pocket, I don't believe.
4-ball is in a location where it doesn't really have a pocket to be made, but
I don't think Alex could
Safety
make it.
available.
I don't think Alex can make it past the 1 ball here. Safety here.
Oh,
We can see it.
you can't see it. You get here.
Oh boy, because this is. Does he get there from there? Wow.
Wow, you know what he
That's-
does have here? He gets there. He got there good too, because now he can draw the ball 2 rails, split the 9-4, and have a shot on the 3. But will he do that? Yes.
He's trying.
Yes.
Went right around it.
Oh, but he tried. Yeah.
Well, he needs to be able to see most of this ball to play a safety, I think. I mean, he could play the 3 ball, but what does that get him?
He didn't expect to go by those 2 balls.
Well, he's actually fortunate because if he hit the 4 ball with that speed, that cue ball is going up table into the drink. Looks like he. if he floats this forward, he hooks himself on the floor, but he'll be kicking at it, I think.
What a nice camera view. Straight in.
Yeah.
He tried.
Missed it. And he broke out the ball.
And Mitch can't afford to give this back to him.
All right, so safety coming up.
So he's got to take the shot.
Oh, do you think he's going to cut this 4-ball in?
Whatever shot he's going to play, he's got to
Okay.
play a safety.
Okay, yeah.
But you can't pass it back.
Put my face right up to the camera, into the monitor, just so.
He's going to do what?
This is a very nice shot.
There you go. Good
That's
shot,
it.
lefty.
And the crowd is very appreciative because he hooked him on the 9 long before the 4-ball could get behind the 9.
And they understood the shot.
Yeah. And it played out, you know, like it took a while to play it all out. Those are always the nice ones, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he's going for the 1 rail. Did he call the pocket?
He made
I
it.
assume he called the pocket because it was the only place he could be possibly shooting.
He's hooked. Ooh,
He has the left side
He
of
has
the
a
5 to
little
cut
into the corner.
into the corner. And you know he can make it.
Oh, he's made some. He's already proven he can. He's made a couple.
He's called the left corner as he sees it, right as we see it. Good angle here.
Swish.
He's going to sit on the end rail. He's straight, so. Let's see if he pumps this in. Again, with the 3 or 4 inch backswing and pump it in. And no pump.
Well, Mitch has these 3 balls to tie it up at 4.
The big
And
3
break the
ball
balls.
run out.
Don't get straight in now. Oh, he's perfect.
Mitch Ellerman ties it up and gets the break.
Mm-hmm. It's just, well, we're down to 4 guys because 5th, 6th is out of the way. Kachi, Shane Van Boning, and the 2 gentlemen you see at this table. It's all that's left in this U.S. Open.
How about the tournament for Kachi, considering that he is still in this match and into the tournament where he lost his first match that we saw. So he's gone through a lot
Oh
of.
my, he's played some pool then. What, 9 matches? 8 matches. Smack these hard. There goes the 8. There 4. He's made 2 balls on the break. He's straight into the corner, close to the rail with a cue ball though. But he's straight into the corner on the 1, 6 feet away. Well, maybe 5 feet. It won't take much to get shape on this dude. Just come back a hair. Just like that. Everything just looks nice. That position right there makes this rack look really nice for Mitch. Now you just got to shoot straight and control your cue ball. That could have gone up a little more, but he's okay with this.
George, you want to step away?
Go for it. Into the corner position on the 6, and he's going around. He wants good position. He doesn't want to just have to struggle for position. He wants it where he can just roll the 6 in, get on the 9, and then come right down for the 10. He'll probably roll this and get just off the rail. It's coming all the way over. Interesting. He likes that stroke. He likes to let his stroke out. Doing it again. And for the lead, for a lead, a 1-game advantage. This 10 ball. Keep in mind, this is Mitch's homeroom, so he's accustomed to playing. He normally plays on the table next to this one, which is actually tighter than this table. So he's used to the conditions of this room. He's used to the equipment in the room. And he's liking the crowd in the room because it's a rather appreciative one for both players. They're not playing favorites. They're clapping for good pool. Alex is breaking, trailing. These guys are trying to get it done here. There goes the 8, there goes the 4, there goes the 6, there goes the cue ball. Somebody push it in or something. Nope, didn't happen. 3 balls on the break. What did you lose, Freddie? Oh. I just turned you back on.
Thank you. First world problems. Playing to 5? Is he playing to 5? Is there enough space between the rail and the 1 ball to kick it and hold the cue ball there and leave that 1 ball on the bottom rail behind that group of balls around the spot? Can he actually make this this ball then?
It looks like the 5 will go. He just said 5.
5.
In answer to your question.
Where does the cue ball and the 1 ball go? Yeah, there's a little bit of a double kiss where the cue ball stayed there, 1 ball came out.
Mitchell straighten out the rack. There we go. Not hanging over the lip anymore. Somebody's got good table maintenance. I'm not sure what he called. He said something.
Well, there you go. Something
safety.
Was safe.
I think he said safety.
Oh, and the little rub there may have given no. But it still allows Alex an easy kick.
Yeah, that little rub almost leaked it out, huh?
He said 10, so he's kissing off the
bottom of the
ball and the cue ball
bottom
back
of the ball.
towards.
And look at it, it's trending. It was tracking right towards the 10.
Right. Oh, he was almost going to get a safety there, but cue ball got trapped in the 5. Mitch has a shot at this ball, I believe. Can he actually make this ball? He can certainly see it.
Play the 1 in the side.
Apparently not.
kicking behind it, I believe. Yes, he is. This is going to go right in the open for Alex, I think. Not exactly the open. Something he can play safety with.
Like banking it
Straight
past
ahead.
those balls and leaving the cue ball between the 3 and the 9.
Yeah. Oh, no, the other
he went
way.
The other way. No rail.
You got to get to the rail.
There
Got
it
to
is.
the rail.
Ideally, he hits his ball with speed to make it, and the cue ball goes to where the 3-9 are. Hit the wrong side of it.
Where's this ball going to go?
Not in the side pocket. Oh, no rail?
Apparently no rail. Interesting that we just said no rail.
On the last shot, and it happened on this shot. Okay. Psychic powers turned off. He's figuring out the 3 ball. What do I do with this 3 ball?
He does have a ball in hand here, doesn't he?
Yes, he
Okay.
does.
Seems like he should have a better shot than that since he had ball in hand. Does the 3 ball? Where does the 3 ball go? You just asked about that, George. It looks like it goes nowhere.
Well, I tell you where I think I would try to get the cue ball. I try to get the cue ball to the right side of the 10 and the 3, and hit the 3 ball, and call the 10 ball in the corner pocket.
Are you saying to Karam this ball?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
He
He certainly looked like he hit it with a sharp enough angle, left with a sharp enough angle to do exactly that.
He's got the perfect angle to get where he needs to get. There's Bernie Storr in the background.
Bernie was on the stream last year quite a bit.
Yeah.
At the Rio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, didn't she win national champ last year? Was that the year before?
She may have been part of a national championship team for sure.
Sure.
And I think she was shooting for a couple of different national championships last year.
Yeah, she was up there. Well, what will he play? Will he play the 10 ball? Will he play the safety? Will he play the 9 ball? Will he? He's playing the 9, I'm sure. Kind of like that. And up for the 5 he goes, and this is the tie. Needs these 4 balls to tie the ball game, the match up at 5. In a race to 9. Alex is looking pretty strong, unstoppable. So all you can do here with the race even is hold your serve, hold your break, because you'll get to break on the hill. Maintain control, and you can win the match and be in the finals for the 2018 U.S. Open.
First world problem. Sorry about that. We had to take care of some business.
Freddie's doing business on the side, guys.
It's one of those rare things, you know.
You mean there's life outside of pool?
There's a life.
Good.
It was all kinds about pool.
Oh, okay. Well, we've seen this break over and again.
That's just so big.
So's that. Made a ball on the break. He's got a great shot on the 1-4. 2 ball goes by the 10 to either pocket. We've seen this arrangement before,
That's right.
haven't we?
I think so.
Yeah, I think we have. We've seen this before, just like that. How'd you guys like that? He says, "You get the magic ball rack," and he says, "I'm shaking. I don't want to move it." And you know, that's actually a great way to relieve nerves.
Yeah,
little laughter.
Laughter and humor. So 1-4 combination. Mitch has got a good shot to get out here. The 2-ball. Where does the 2-ball go? Both ways.
He's coming straight back.
He's going to have to because the 1 ball tucked over there. Draw it straight back. Not to the 5.
No,
He's good. He's good. But now the 3 ball.
The 3 ball's tricky right here. The 3 ball is tricky.
Well, he's got enough of this ball to get below it and jack up and draw it straight back. Well, he tried. Didn't hit it clean.
The elevating his cue
Got him.
hurt his aiming. Oh, he's okay. Alex is okay.
Well, there's no sell out here unless he's he's either going to have to play the combination, which I think he's going to have to play, no matter what.
You don't call this 2-6 sellout?
No.
Okay. No, and I tend to agree.
Yeah.
You know, it's a combo that's a 1.5 to 2 feet away.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he's favored to make it, but his percentages are definitely lower than straight in shot. Of course, you put the camera angle like that, it looks like it's the 6 a hanger, but it is off that pocket by a little bit.
Those hangers can be missed.
And look how small that pocket is. I mean, I know this is a tight pocket, but we were looking pretty much down the throat, and it looks so small.
Struck it perfect.
Very nicely done. Played position. The tricky part next, of course, is the 5 ball in a funny spot. Wouldn't be so funny if the pockets weren't so tight. You know, if they were buckets and.
Yep.
He's got to make it run here. I don't think he's going to like it. Well, he saw the little hand flip. He's just on the wrong side here. Power draw doesn't really get him there.
It's about all he has, isn't it?
Power draw with right hand spin or follow with left. Now, if he has enough angle, he'll go with 2 or 3 rails.
I think he can get right back where he's at and be in good shape.
Oh yeah, he'll take that. And he didn't power draw it. Do you think that's where he wanted it?
I don't think he's going to try to draw above the 8. I think he's going to come below the 9 and play the 8 in the pocket up there. Although, can he hold it on that side?
It doesn't seem it.
Doesn't look
We've
like
seen
it,
this
does it?
shot missed a whole bunch.
And it's missed again.
There's something going on. We see a shot like that missed so many times.
That's a hard shot to shoot.
It's a hard shot, but if the pocket was bigger, it'd go all the time. But that wouldn't have gone. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Pocket. And he hit that ball. He hit the rail way up on top.
That's what I'm saying. For some reason, these guys are hitting way up top, and it's not that the pocket is so tight. These guys have missed that. Well, that must be the 10th time we've seen that same shot missed.
Sometimes these guys just miss.
Yeah, but there's been an awful lot of misses on that kind of miss. That's just the facts.
No, and that's right. There has been a lot of misses. It might attest to just how tough that shot is when you shoot it soft. To try to hold the cue ball on the rail.
My goodness, he got away with it. Boy, ball in hand shot, and he almost missed that ball. Came right on the 10 ball. If he had hit that ball, 10 ball fuller.
More importantly, he got away with it.
He did get away with it. Now he's got to pump this in.
Now this is to take the lead.
rock and rolled, but it went in the hole. Taking the lead.
And the break.
But it hasn't been easy. It was a tough 4-ball ball in hand out.
Well, you look at this crowd, you look at this table,
Yeah, there's a lot of
and
people.
you
out
look at the you look at the thought of playing in the U.S. Open, and tell me it's easy. A little pressure these guys are feeling.
He is feeling it.
They're playing under the steam, and they're both holding up pretty well. Alex with his big break, trying to build on his lead. He leads 6-5.
He's been liking this spot. He tried to switch away from it early on, but came back to it. Oh, he
Guys
hit
are
him
playing
really hard. He hit
It's
him
gonna
hard.
Oh, I was gonna say it's gonna hurt that cue ball into the pocket.
It certainly tried to.
Yeah, I did. Guys are playing for a great shot at $10,000. The winner of this goes into the final. He's in the hot seat. And then all he has left is a race to 11 that he has to win for 10 grand.
It was nicely executed there. Didn't double hit or anything. Well, can he see this one ball?
I think he'll 2-rail kick it.
Oh, he's so cool. Yeah, I guess he can't. He can't afford to swing at it.
He'll go to the side rail, bottom rail, and back up into the one. What he calls will be, your guess is as good as mine.
He's looking that. See the 110. That's why I was wondering if he could even see this one ball, he could plow into the 110.
Well, you know, when in doubt, blast out.
Blast out. But
and
he clearly has to hit this ball because it'll be a 110 combination if he, for some strange reason, doesn't hit the ball.
Yeah, because if I'm blasting out, I want to blast towards the cash.
That's right. Looks like he has to go. He's calling the 10. Maybe a caroms off the 1.
He's pretty creative. Let's see
Is
what
he
he's
actually
thinking.
kicking 1 rail to half
He's
of a
kicking
1
2
ball?
rails. It looks like he's going to kick between the 9 and the rail in the side pocket to come 2 rails to hit it.
The 9 and
That's
the
all I
rail.
can figure. How else can he get there? Unless
He's going by the 6 ball to half a 1.
then he's going to reverse it and kick down here and come back towards it. He pulled a shot like this yesterday too.
Yeah,
Oh, he could see the ball. He kicked that at 1 rail.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, that's wow. And there goes a
1
cue
rail
ball.
to half a 1.
Wow. I couldn't see how he was shooting that ball. Mitch is driving me nuts with his kicks. That's the second one I just don't see. He played one yesterday.
Hey, you didn't see it because it really didn't seem like a kick anybody's supposed to be shooting at.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I guess that might be the reason for it. I'm logical. He's not. He's creative. I'm not. Okay. I can live with that.
Well,
It's not a problem.
no, I think he's yeah, he shot a shot that I wouldn't expect anybody to shoot at, you know. But the 110 was there. He's willing to shoot it, but yeah, he didn't have much of the hit, but he hit the right part of it.
You know, he does kick the balls very, very well. I guess I might say he kicks as good as anybody I've seen.
Well, if we're talking kicking to hit, I don't know. I haven't seen him too much kicking the slow kicks.
Well,
I mean, you're talking about he's playing against one of the best kickers that's ever lived.
playing one of the best players that's ever lived. Doesn't that look like the 3 ball by his hand?
Yeah, both.
Now it doesn't. But
Couple
didn't
times,
it
the
it's just
camera
depending
angle.
the angle seems to affect the color.
You know, earlier in this rack, when Alex had ball in hand, he was lining up the 1-6 combination. I have no idea why, but now the 6 ball is still in the same spot because he didn't hit it. It seems like getting over it should be no problem, but, you know, you wonder about what goes through the mind of some of these guys when he's doing that. I mean, he sat there and lined up the 1-6 combination a few times before he decided to shoot the 1 ball someplace else. It looks like he's aiming a low left. Again, they hit that the funny sound. That ball goes on the side for sure. Slide it up table for the 7. Where is he going here? I can't tell the angle. Oh, yeah, he's going 2 rails. No slide.
Now he'll be bringing his cue ball. He'll be bringing his cue ball down by the spot. He's holding it up too. He's not going 2 rails.
He's not going to go 2 rails.
Yeah. Yes, he is. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, it seemed like he was shooting to the inside, but then he didn't.
And then he'll just lay it on the rail or close to the rail so he can shoot the 10 ball straight in, and take a 2-game lead at a crucial moment.
Very
Mitch
crucial
will be breaking,
at
but
this point, definitely
at
crucial.
this juncture, Mitch has to break, and
if he doesn't get out, it's going to be.
He's got to get out, and then Alex has to make an error on his break for Mitch to capitalize.
That's right, because we have a break of serve.
Yeah,
as
sure
it is. 7-5. Alex Pagulayan. They don't call him this much, but when he was younger, they used to call him the Killer Pixie.
Killer Pixie.
The Killer Pixie.
I don't know if I'd like that nickname. Anybody like being called a pixie? I can't think of a man around that like to be called a pixie. Although pixies, I guess, can be males, right?
Yeah,
so,
I suppose so.
Yeah.
You know. And when he used to wear his hair all spiked up like you see Jeff DeLuna and Roberto Gomez. Keith McCready called him Spike. Great break.
I'm sure Alex has been called a lot of names.
Wow. That was a bit brutal. It was an absolutely perfect break. I mean, Mitch has been breaking the ball so well, and that got kicked right in the side pocket as it sat there in the center of the table. Well, these balls look really good. If we were to invent a difficult thingy, it's the 6 ball to the 8 ball.
6 to the 8. 5 to the 6 isn't all that easy either.
Well, he's got
actually,
the
where the
4
4 is,
the 4 leads to the
you're right,
5 to the
you're right.
6.
That is correct. There'll be a stop shot to off the 4, and you do whatever you want. And the rack says, "Take me, I'm yours."
I mustn't have seen why he went that way. It looked like the 2 went lower left and the 3 ball sitting right there, but he loved it in the side and went across in and out of position.
Because it makes for a stop shot on
the 4, right? Because the 4 was that difficult. That's exactly why.
Yep.
Thank you, George. There must have been a reason. That was the reason, but, you know.
Well, you know,
Another
you
stop
called
shot
me
here.
Captain Obvious a couple of times. That was obvious.
Must have been
Yeah, pretty much.
easy.
Well, that's not a stop shot. And then these slow rolls are the ones that we've seen.
Right.
You know, but I'm sure that he'll handle this no problem.
And he's got the angle, so
And he's got
this,
the angle.
this is the shot. This is the tough shot of this match. This rack. Where'd he go? Did he drop his chalk? Is that what he did? Because suddenly he was out. I looked away, and suddenly he wasn't there anymore.
He was under the table leveling it.
Okay. All right, just kind of cozy this in, come across the table for the 8 ball. And Alex is going to capitalize. He's, yeah, that went a little bit farther, but he's okay here, but
He'll shoot
probably
the
went a good foot past where he was aiming. Now he's got to make the The 10 and same pocket, or the correct pocket,
Yeah,
not the same pocket.
either way.
Yeah, it looked like
Both would have worked. Yeah,
Yeah.
if he had more angle that we did than we saw on there, he would have just come across and shot the 10 the same.
And just like that, we got a man on the hill. You know, this was a close match all the way, and suddenly,
And look how, being a close match that it was, look how the score does not reflect that.
it was much closer. It is much closer than that score looks like. And Mitch got a brutal roll on a great break, getting kicked in the side pocket.
And you know, we've seen that happen to a lot of the players.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of brutal rolls this year. Last year, Shane did on
this last break. Yeah, and
he
this
gave up
one,
a ball in it.
and on this one, yeah, Mitch dead squat that cue ball. It's not like he let it fly around either. He dead squat it, and something came flying around and whacked it right in the side pocket.
Well, for Alex, the positives are he's on the hill, and this match gets him into the finals. For Mitch, he's not out.
He's not out.
And so he still has a chance to come
Alex
back.
gets brutally kicked, but it didn't go in the side pocket.
No, but
I mean, that cue ball was sitting there for quite a long time for something to hit it so
kick it,
hard,
yeah.
you know?
Uh-huh.
Doesn't happen all that much. If it gets kicked, it gets kicked immediately.
Does he push? Yes, he's pushing.
And he's pushing into the corner pocket.
Pushing to a kick. Pushing to a kick.
Yeah. Interesting.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what Mitch will do. I know that I would kick this one ball and try to kick it to the rail right next to the side pocket on the high, on your screen, and use those 3 balls for interference.
Right. That's what Alex was thinking by putting it over there. Counting diamonds.
I like to count diamonds. A whole handful of them. Real ones. Yeah.
That's pretty good. Kicked on the right side, the correct
gonna
side of the
work.
ball.
It's going to work.
Getting it down table.
There's a lot of balls that it will interfere with getting to the 1 ball. Alex has the same shot coming back. He has to spin off the bottom rail, or he's going to go rail first. No, he's.
It's interesting again. You know, when I say, would love to know what he's thinking, because he aimed
Sure.
that way.
Sure.
And I have no idea what he was thinking. Like maybe he was just looking. You know.
There's 2 rail kicking the ball up by the 4. Trying to kick it up by the 4. Well, the 4 came into play. Look at this.
Alex put his hand up as if he was lucky, but it looked like that's exactly what was going to happen, at least to the 4. Unless he put his hand up to give a thumbs up. He hit it with such a speed that, yeah, that looked like that was certainly a possibility. Mitch with the grin.
Is that a grin or a smirk?
It's grimace.
Grimace.
Grimace, grin, smirk.
Yeah, it was.
Which rails is he going to?
I see one on the left that he can hit and come into the 1 ball, but I'm not sure what he can.
Well,
Where he can kick it to and what he can do. So he's still figuring out. He's
2
playing
rail.
2 rails.
This is 2 rail, almost the +2 system. And oh, I thought he hit that ball. It looked like it went right through it. There you go. Just let that ball go. Alex, ball in hand to run out for the match. There's no hangers here anymore with this table.
And this side. Yeah, there you go. Probably just kind of stop it there.
He's
No,
going
he's
to
gonna
come
come
all
all
the
the way
rail so
over.
he can reach it.
Is he going to draw it back? He's going to draw it back.
Draw it back for the side pocket, I guess.
Yeah, he can draw it back for the side. He can draw it back for the corner.
He's got a little angle here. Yeah, he's got there.
Mm-hmm.
Did he get there?
Yeah, he's there.
He's there. He's playing 3 rails around for there.
He's probably just going to hit the head rail, come down and shoot the 5 in the lower right-hand corner.
After the 4 ball?
Oh, I forgot about the 4-ball.
Should have just said yes.
You're always saving me. Freddie does the best job he can to keep me from sounding stupid.
Oh, he hits the 5, and this is going to get in trouble.
It's going to
There's
go
no
by.
way he's
No,
going to
it's
get
not.
this.
Wow.
That's just another unforced error, but coming off that end rail, I tell you.
And the pool guys are keeping Mitch in his mind, in their mind.
If Mitch can get back to the table and get this, get a chance to break to get it closer. Kicking one rail for the side.
One rail, huh?
One rail, apparently.
The 2 rail's not there, so yeah, you can see that.
Made it. Oh, my goodness.
Made it close.
Made it close. He had everything
Didn't leave
the right
anything.
way. 9-ball covers.
He didn't leave anything, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. This is a cushion safe because he really can't dig at it to stop this 4-ball, cue ball into the 4-ball either. It's got to hit forward. Did he call a ball pocket?
It must be obvious. He must be able to cut it in the side.
Oh, okay, yeah, he must. Off the 8-ball.
You know, when it
What
hit
a
the
shot.
8-ball, when it hit the 8-ball, my heart jumped, thinking that the cue ball was going to scratch in the right-hand corner pocket.
It certainly looked like it could.
Yeah.
Well, that was a great shot, and it looks like he can get out once he gets to the 7. Watch out. That's
he's
the
okay.
same. Oh, my goodness.
He's okay.
Wow. He's okay now.
Yeah. Well, he's got. This is tight.
It is a little bit tight. No problem. It was no problem once we could see it's coming down the throat.
Right down the throat of the pocket.
But for sure.
And a stopper, and he's got 6. But Alex will have 2 breaks.
A couple of breaks.
To put the match away.
Well, he had to fade a couple of pockets there, but it's now 8-6. Mitch Ellerman to break. The Wonder Boy. I think it was his nickname on that one, isn't it?
Exactly. You were wondering who was going to do it, weren't you? And that's exactly why he got the nickname, Wonder Boy. In fact, I read an article on AZ Billiards, and Mike Howerton used the Wonder Boy, which last night I read the article, and it reminded me that we would call, because I usually forget all about stuff like that. And I had
the Wonder Boy about him, or the Wonder Boy book on
the Wonder
story?
Boy nickname.
Okay, all right.
Although I think one of the last times I commentated and he played, I threw it out there. But I read it last night, and it reminded me that. But of course I know why we called him Wonder Boy. He was wondering what he was going to do next, and a couple of his kicks, we were wondering, weren't we?
Just to let you know, George, somebody wrote a little novel titled The Wonder Boys, and it was based out of New England pool scene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of fiction, but a little bit of truth in there as well.
And it had to do with
The pool scene in New England back in the 70s, when people would actually do challenge matches at social clubs.
Oh,
we've got a lot of 9-foot tables in Massachusetts, especially central Massachusetts. A lot of people still do, big tournaments. I mean, back in the day.
Sure. One of the things they've started doing in Arizona is these fight nights, Friday night fight nights, and you get players to challenge each other for 1,000, put 1,000 up and play a race of 21. Maybe
nice shot here, Cozy up.
Little set.
Very nicely done. Shot. He didn't freeze it on there, so he's got a 1-rail kick at least, or even a 2-rail kick on the 1-ball. But pretty nice safety.
Yep. And with the social media, you can get a lot of attention. And what's happening is these guys are making a lot of side bets. But back to this match. 2-rail kick, calling the 1 ball in the right-hand corner.
I think so. This is.
Well,
I'm shocked that he didn't make a hit on this, because obviously he had more ball. Well, he spun it, so he had a lot of room there.
Well,
look at this.
Just to get on 7, which means that Alex will have a break.
Well, once Mitch takes care of the 3 and 4, nothing's in the center of the table. And it looks like it'll be off to a 7-8 match. This has been a pretty good matchup here, this hot seat match.
Is he going to follow this and play the 4? Yep, sure was. Followed it too far. It just, he's okay, but I mean,
I was going to say, in the words of my esteemed colleague George Teachea, he's all right. He's all right.
well, you know, sometimes you put yourself in that situation,
Yeah.
and you want to be perfect. When
Yeah,
you just
absolutely.
overran a little bit, you
Yeah.
just don't feel okay.
Yeah,
And that's exactly
absolutely.
where I was. I was living the moment. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go.
I think he can just stun this
Yeah.
over for the 8 in the side pocket.
Or bring it back up. a
Or
little
bring it
for
back
the
up.
8 in the corner. Yeah, there's a nicer shot.
Slide over. That's a pretty tight position.
Yeah, because the sliding down for the side pocket can get away from
Get
you.
away from you, right? Great view right there of his eyes just staring
Easy
that
cue
down.
ball. Very well. Very good. Just gets him to 7. But he needs the 8 so he can break on the hill.
Well, this started with a nice, very nice safety. They got him ball in hand. It's 8-7. The Lion will be breaking.
This crowd wants that hill match.
And guess who won the lag? If it comes down to it, the lag becomes everything.
Yep. Well, first and foremost, Mitch has to get back to the table on Alex's break.
Absolutely.
And secondly, he has to make things happen and take control. Thirdly, he has to win the game. And thirdly, and most importantly, he has to win the game. And then he still has to convert his break to a win. So we've got some pool left.
We do indeed. Here's the break by Alex, who's been breaking them pretty well. If he doesn't get kicked around, went flat. Went flat, and look at the position.
Well, by looking at this break and the way the balls lie, things aren't looking good for Mitch Ellerman.
The 7 ball
But
sits funny. This is the funny one right there.
7 ball in the side pocket there?
Yeah, because the 2 to the 3 has
2
to
to
fade
the
the
3.
7.
Well, the 1 to the 2 is going to be, he's going to leave the cue ball by the 7 to get straight in on the deuce, come back a little for the 5, the 4. The 4 to the 5 is probably his hardest.
The 7 ball, okay. Got to fade it all, and he's in perfect position. Now the 7 ball, he's out of play. Scratching his chin, though.
No, because I'm not sure if he's
So he's
straight
the-
in on this ball.
The big shake. Yeah, because
He doesn't have a slide. Oh, you're not going to stop there. You're going to bring it back, Alex.
yeah.
Yeah, right, to about right there. But, you know, you could get behind the 4.
You see what I mean about the 7 ball? If the 7 ball wasn't there, this wouldn't even be an issue.
The only thing the 7 ball disturbs is shape on a 5. Doesn't come into play till you go from the 4 to the 5. It's
Terrible.
going to disturb him now.
Terrible.
This is exactly
Yeah.
what Mitch needed, although Alex will find the lockup safety. I didn't understand that. I really didn't understand that. I thought he would just draw the ball back just a hair, take the cut, get on the 4, and yeah, the shape on the 5 ball was a little, I don't want to call it challenging, concerning,
Yeah.
but you deal with it.
Not great. Not great.
Well, the
Mitch
good
is
thing
gonna-
here.
looks like does Mitch shoot this combination? I mean, it feels like he does, but where would you rather sit? Watching this one, or is there a safety here?
Wow, that's a great, great camera view. You know, as I look at that,
Feels like you got to shoot this ball.
I feel like you're supposed to bring the cue ball back where it is and leave the 3 ball up on
Play
top
the
of the
5.
table. He's going to play the 5.
Yeah, this is like in poker, you know, knowing Mitch and the way he plays, he's going to shoot.
And like I said, he's more comfortable going.
And this is not going to be great.
Oh, he's banking this. If he's going to go down, he's going to go down shooting.
Going to bump here. Does the 4-ball pass? He's leaning. He's looking. Safety because he cannot make it.
Up against the 9-ball.
It's got to be frozen on the 9, but no matter what, Alex is going to have a 1-rail kick.
Yes, he is. And this gentleman, Mr. Pagulayan, kicks extremely well.
And he doesn't have to spin this one, so it's just a straight kick. The last one that he kicked poorly, he had to kind of spin around, and he spun around too much.
Yeah, but the first one that he kicked successfully, he kicked it perfect. There was a
Perfect,
ball
right.
just to the opposite pocket.
The challenge here is that if he kicks this ball and he makes his ball,
The
the
9-10.
6 ball is being blocked by the 9 and
Yeah.
10. So let's see where Alex goes here. Oh,
See?
not only did he
kicks-
kick that ball,
But look at this. He got safe.
he got fairly safe. Can Mitch go between the 9 and 10? Doesn't look it.
Lows.
This is right. He would have been.
You want to kick this one in for me?
I don't know if you heard that.
Uh,
Mitch asks
I think
Alex
everyone.
if he wants to kick that for him. They must have heard our commentary too.
Oh, you didn't know I had that Mike Mitch has me
Yeah,
mic'd.
Mike right. Yeah. Well, that's something else. Almost like he wanted a masse between the 9 and 10.
Wow, this is.
Because-
I don't see a way to get to it unless he.
Because if he masses around the 9, which is probably the only way he could hit it, it seems like, oh, that's, I mean, he could get there. I guess he can get there if he massed around the 9 to
Can
the
he
right.
one rail off the right there, right where he's at? Can he one rail and hit it that thin coming off?
Oh, well, he can. It's
Well,
definitely
well, if
tough,
he
isn't
can,
it?
that's what he's
I
gonna
think
have to
there is
play.
a shot there.
Yeah, that's what he's going to have to play. Just right where he's aiming. As I'm looking at that, it's got to hit so thin, and he's
Right.
got to feather the ball,
That's right. It's either he totally misses the ball
or you hit it too thick.
or he hits it too
yeah.
thick, and then, yeah, there's only that one line
Yeah.
that it hits. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that he actually makes this ball. Out on a limb.
He's going to
because
go the one rail at it. I like this as one. I like it. I like this better than
Better
trying
than
to-
that one.
Than that one.
He has-
the
he has
ball's too
more-
small.
He has more chances that way. but-
Close. Speaking of close, how was that?
And if he bumps this 6, does it put it? No, it doesn't put it in any other.
No.
Doesn't put it in any worse position or better position. One rail to the center of the table or so. Actually, he can go past the center of the table and not be bad. Short of the center of the table, it could be bad. He's there.
He could freeze up behind the 9 ball, and Mitch would be real happy.
And the 9 ball passes both sides, so he can just stop right here. I assume he's going to stop right here and take the 2 railer on for the 9 ball. This is just about execution here. Execution of the tight table.
Part of the pressure people feel here with this kind of a run out is, if I miss this, I'm going to look like an idiot.
I wonder if Alex thinks that at all.
No, never. He's not as shallow as I am.
So you just got to fade the side pocket here. Let's see here. See from this angle, it looks like he's
going that
using
way,
it.
isn't he? Fading the side
Fading the
pocket.
side pocket, and he's a little long. We've seen this one all the time, a little long, so
Pocket
make the
ball.
shot.
And then just pocket the ball, hit the rail, and just barely come off. You're straight in on the 10.
We've seen the result as being a stretched out 10 ball over and over again, but he's shot this one good. He gave the good, and here comes the no concession. Yes, there is a
there's a
concession.
concession.
Fantastic
Great
shooting
match,
by
guys.
both of them, really.
Great match.
We'll see them, or we'll see Alex again tomorrow, and in fact, we'll see Mitch again
That's right.
tomorrow, and we're going to go back to the west side to finish up the brackets.
Think of one kick, but what do you call this? It's no position.
Well, that's why I hit it hard.
Yeah.
Come into the edge and then hit it.
This is the only thing I can.
We're gonna see when the next matches are, George. When are they gonna be?
The next match will start right after the Calcutta for the 8-ball. They want to do the Calcutta for the 8-ball right now,
Okay.
and our next match will start right after that.
All right. Very good.
Hour.
Okay. See you in an hour.
Okay, we're going to have the Calcutta in a couple of seconds. I'm going to go over the rules. By the way, that was one hell of a match. Mitch Ellerman, you're impressing everybody. Alex.
Make me look good. Come on. Make me look good.
As soon as we get done here, and we're going to have to go relatively fast because we have a TV match coming up at 9 o'clock. And that will be Quentin Pachi and SVB right there. Okay, here's what we're doing. This is US Open 8-ball. This is the